7,985 pounds, 1 living room mega slide, 1 bedroom queen bed slide, 1 owner, originally purchased right here at Haylet RV, and part kept. This is a big old 330 RLDS classic Fleetwood Prowler coming back to us. And basically the folks bought this from us way back when. We parked it out at Tri-Lakes Campground for them, which is a local facility. Nice place, by the way, if you're in the area. And there it sat. And they just finally got a little bit to the age where keeping on top of everything was starting to be a little too much for them. And before they started to experience problems on the RV, they decided it was time to just let her go. And they're contacting us here at Haylet RV. We're selling this on their behalf on consignment. Sort of like real estate, but it's a camper, so we're gonna call it wheel estate. And when my consignment officer told me he had this older Fleetwood coming in, I was like, oh boy, what are we getting into here? And I will tell you, I am pleased with what I see. It is painfully obvious. They spent some serious sweat equity taking care of this thing, not just cleaning it before it came in for sale, but taking care of it on a daily basis. I know what to look for. I've done thousands, I've seen tens of thousands of RVs in my lifetime. And I know what I'm looking for. And this is very well kept. Now, very park friendly. You can see it does have the sliding glass patio door here. That would be absolutely ideal if you had something like a deck you wanted to build next to the RV. Pair of free-floating rocking chairs in the back, overlooked by just windows upon windows upon windows. Over here we've got a classic innerspring fold-open hide-a-bed sleeper sofa. And notice that that's a 3-seat larger adult-size sofa. And notice we have a freestanding table and chairs. And notice we have our entertainment center here in the slide. That's why I refer to this as a mega slide. This is a big, giant 3-fixture slide out. This thing is absolutely enormous, and it's one of the reasons why this thing just looks and feels huge. Now, the folks never had leak issues. I can't find any signs of water damage anywhere that I've been able to locate, and I know generally where to look to find that stuff. But their slide flooring was, a couple of years ago, starting to get a little spongy simply because they had the slide out all summer and they used it all summer and they just wore it out. The RV was old enough, they used it up. Well, they contacted a local mobile service agent who does excellent work. We know the gentleman personally here at Haylet RV. And he had the slide floor fully rebuilt. So it's kind of like if you found an old diesel, semi-truck or something like that. The engine's been rebuilt however many miles ago. That's kind of how this is. So the last, I think, 2 years ago or something like that, they had the full slide flooring rebuilt. And it is solid as a rock. I've walked all over it, and I'm a 200-pound dude. So if it was going to be spongy or give up the ghost, I probably would have figured it out by now. The kitchen area here, it's easy to miss how much cabinet space is going on because people tend to look overhead and then they get to the fridge and they stop. Don't miss that big pantry next to the fridge, and that's a larger 8 cubic foot fridge, by the way. That's something that trailers built during the age of this RV did not usually have. That was more of a fifth wheel feature, but this was made to be a little more park friendly and have fifth wheel features at a travel trailer price tag. Then down here below you can see we have drawers upon drawers. And this does not have an oven. This was made during the great RV oven shortage, which literally was a thing. Basically, I could get into it, but long story short, there was about a year and a half where there were almost no ovens used in the RV industry because the supplier had a massive failure, effectively. Instead, though, you are getting a nice big drawer in its place. And a lot of people, some people do, but most people don't tend to do a lot of cooking in the camper anyway. Ever notice how if you say a word twice, it means something other than when you just say it once? Nice walk-through mid-bath here. Big vanity. I like the hanging, floating style mirror on that. And again, something Fleetwood was good for. And really, it's something that I think Coachman has kind of picked up the torch on, is just crushing it with storage. Just tons of storage in this thing everywhere you look. Now this has a big front fifth wheel size closet, but you can see here in the bathroom we have yet another big chunk of storage right here. Plus we have a nice standing corner shower as opposed to a more conventional travel trailer tub. although we do still have a nice little garden tub. And you could put your backside on that little corner there if you needed to like shave your legs or anything. They haven't used the RV recently. You might have noticed the antifreeze still in there. You know, she's all winterized still at this point. But take a look at this. Now, this was their, you know, this is the, oh my God, I just noticed, that's the original factory bedding. Look at that right next to this headboard right here. That is absolutely amazing that they still have the original factory bedding. That to me, that's a huge indicator that these are folks that managed stuff, took care of stuff, and didn't let stuff get out of hand. How crazy. So this is a 60 by 80 residential bed right here. And look at this side stand. And then look at the fact that it has a power outlet right in the headboard. And frankly, guys, that's something that I think a lot of RV brands could take some notes on. Now, like I said, like a fifth wheel, we've got this full front closet, 8 foot wide, just begging you to pack her full of storage. Although I do like that handy dandy little shoe garage down there. That's an easy thing to miss. Next to this big 6 drawer dresser. Seriously, fifth wheels today could learn something about the storage in this old Fleetwood from the age of yesteryear. And then you might notice there's this little cable kind of hanging down here. That is one of these little accessories where you could put like a little window antenna receiver in there and then just hook it up to the TV if you're looking to get a little bit more antenna service than these old things were capable of providing. I tend to jump on things quickly. I mentioned that we're selling this for some folks. You see the little car over there, our consignment manager chatting with them. They're actually just moving the last of their things out here as we're filming. So, you know, we try to do the best for our clients, and that means doing things timely. I asked him about the awning over here. I noticed it had a little slack in it. He said awning just works fine. It's just got a little dip in it, which occurred on some of those older awnings over time, even with that center arm support. If they were left open long enough, if it rained a little bit, sometimes they would just kind of buckle a little bit, but it still works just fine. I can see all sorts of signs of preventative care, maintenance, upkeep. The fact that the decals and everything are still in great shape, a lot of that goes to the fact that this was very well maintained, and a lot of it goes to the fact that something Fleetwood did is they actually put a coating on their aluminum skin and their decals that basically was like a like sunscreen, and it was something that was very long lasting. And frankly, when it was brand new, you could even just grind your keys right against the thing and not scratch up the sidewall, although I don't really recommend trying that, and I don't plan on doing it. Another thing here, this was something else Fleetwood did. At the time, almost every manufacturer bolted on their safety chains. And Fleetwood was one of the first to standardize welding on their safety chains just to give you that extra strength, security, and peace of mind. And again, I could go anywhere around the RV, anywhere that there's seams, it's all been preventatively cared for. Oh wow, this sealant is like super viable. This is still super spongy and good. That's awesome. This is, I mean, really top shelf care and maintenance went into this. Now, if you were paying attention on the inside, on the back side of the entertainment center, you notice there was this big box, but you couldn't get into it from inside. Well, that's outside stuff, and as you see, it's so large, previous owner kept things in there like rakes and brooms and big, awkward, long stuff. Frankly, it might make a very good fishing pole compartment or something like that, depending on where and how you camp and what you do. Now, you can walk all over the roof of this thing if you needed to. It's got a 3/8 roof deck, 16-inch on-center studs. Being we were a Fleetwood dealer for years, way back when, we still know our way around these things pretty darn well. The only thing I would recommend on an RV just of this age, guys, because this thing always sat, it was not towed. The tires, they're not weather checked or anything like that, but I bet they're aged out. So if you do plan on towing it, like if you wanted to buy this and you want to just put it at your own destination, I would just not worry about it. But if you did plan on doing some towing, I would plan on replacing the tires just because they're past their expiration date. That's like the only caution I really have for you on this thing. Other than that, guys, it's pretty open and shut. This is an awesome one owner, big old used camper. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.